This is getting real. Struggling in crucial parts of games, although short, can tell the whole story. Makes you look at points a little bit differently. No moral victories this time of year. Welcome in to Devil's Digest. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Devils 4-3 losers of the Vancouver Canucks tonight. Look, few trends to follow in this game. Let's start off with a good one because that's a little bit more fun, I'd say. Timo Meier continues to keep scoring his second 2-goal game of the season. Meier has been great in March for New Jersey. One of the best players since Jack Hughes has gotten down. And that's what you need from your top players, the ones you pay a lot of money to, the ones you expect to be your stars. Timo Meier has been a star here for New Jersey as of late. Great March. Okay, so that was the fun trend of the game. The rest of the trends, not so much. Devils, another lead in the third period, and they find a way to lose the game. Second in the past 3 games, they've had a lead in the third period, found a way to lose. They've lost all 3 games, but 2 of them, they've had a lead in the third period. Now, you look at it, and you can go, oh, well, our top player's out. Still trying to figure things out. We're still the lead in the standings. We're still getting points. You go over and look at Vancouver. Their top center's out. Second line center's now in New York. The center who they got back in that trade is also hurt right now. So you look at Vancouver and what they were coming in with tonight and how they played this game. Do you think that they would have the same type of, or a type of feel where, after the game, we get a point? And I'm not saying that's how the Devils feel. I'm just saying how the feeling should be. They wouldn't be happy with just a point. There's no more moral victories at this time of the season. You can't go and say, we got a point. No, there's moral losses in games as well. You lost a game, you got a point in a game where you had a goal lead in the third period 2 different times. You had the lead, they had to pull their goalie, they found a way to tie the game. They had a chance to clear up Brett Pesce, who doesn't make too many mistakes, so I don't want to completely go out here and say that this game was on Brett Pesce, because it wasn't. But he did have a chance to clear that puck at the end of the game. Now maybe they come back, they get a face-off, and they score, and we're in the same situation anyway. But you had a lead twice in that game, under 10 minutes to go. They had to pull the goalie. They are down their number 1 center as well. And you find a way to lose the game in a very point-driven, tight standings right now. I mean, you can go ahead and look, see Brenden Dillon's reaction. This was after the Calgary game. It's not like the third period is something we've been talking about all year. I'm almost speechless. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I think Brenden Dillon kind of hit it on the horn. It's very frustrating with how this team, the results they've gotten lately. And that's what matters. That's the only thing that matters right now. That Columbus game where they got outshot, we didn't feel bad after the game. Maybe we should have, because we've seen what's happened since then. I mean, you go to that Calgary game. They're trying to win 4 out of 5 games if they win that game. They've now lost 4 to their past 5 games, including that Calgary game, including that game tonight. Both games, lead in the third period, dropped. It wasn't a good overall game from the Devils tonight. The shots were close. They got good goaltending from Jacob Markstrom tonight. They didn't get the job done. There's no moral victories. There's no way you can put this. I mean, a third period, like I said in the beginning, there's short increments of that period where you need to be even better than you have for the rest of the game. It can tell the whole story. The story of this game was the Devils score and they couldn't hold the lead. They score once, 45 seconds later, Vancouver's answering. They score, get another lead in the third period. It's okay, Vancouver. We can pull the goalie. We'll get an extra attacker out there, and we'll find a way to put the puck in the back of the net. We have to go into a shootout. Okay, we're going to ask one of our guys who's younger, still developing, to go win the shootout for us. Our goaltender's back for the first time since February. That's okay. We trust him. We feel good with him in net. Vancouver got it done. Vancouver found a way to win the game tonight. And they were honestly asked to do more than New Jersey was tonight. And they found a way to win the game. There was no moral victories at this time of year. There's no victory in general without getting the 2 points. I mean, go ahead, look how close the standings have gotten right now. You see the leads that we have over teams. Islanders have 2 games in hand. Rangers have a game in hand. Columbus. Even if the Devils somebody goes into the 3rd seed, then you're fighting for a wild card spot. You're looking at Montreal and Ottawa, who are both playing better than the Devils right now. Both have games in hand. There's no way to put this into a good place. The trend was that the Devils can't hold a lead in the 3rd period. And that stuck with them today. Now, also, with this game, it's very clear, and it's been clear for the past whatever many games Jack Hughes has been out for, they don't have a number 2 center right now. Nico Hischier is number 1 in the league in terms of faceoffs. He takes basically 50% of the faceoffs per game. They haven't found that second line center role. Dawson Mercer, he struggled. Cody Glass, you're really asking him to do a lot more than what he's supposed to be doing. And he's been great for the Devils. But is he a second line center? No. You can't go off of, like I said, you can't go off outliers. You go off an outlier, you're usually going to be wrong. That's usually not the case. When you have an outlier season or outlier games or outlier stretch, that's why they kind of jump off the page. Because it wasn't expected. Usually what's expected is usually the correct answer. Now, that's not saying that, anything wrong with Cody Glass. Cody Glass has been phenomenal since coming over here. But he's not a second line center for this team. Dawson Mercer has struggled this season. He's not the second line center for this team. Or he's not supposed to be in that role for this team. They have a problem at the second line center. And like I said, coming into the playoffs, where do you need to be strong? You need to be strong down the middle. What do the Devils have over every other team in the Metropolitan Division? 2 elite centers down the middle. Now they're one of the weaker teams in this division because they really don't have that second line center filled out. So when you look at that, lot on the table for Sheldon Keefe to try and clean up. They have to find something to do with the center spot. Defensively, I mean, Markstrom played a good game, but still 3 goals allowed. And they lost in the shootout. There were a few defensive breakdowns. I mean, the first 2 goals were right from the inner slot. Last goal went off the post, kind of a fluky play in front. Not so much there. I'm not really talking about the defense there. But first 2 goals of the game, right in the inner slot. I mean, there's a lot for Keefe to fix up here. And he keeps experimenting. And he's been experimenting with different lineups, different combinations. They haven't worked, or if they do work, he's changed them. And now you're still in the same position. I said it right when Jack Hughes went out. The experimenting has to go down. You have to find what you like and stick with it. Sheldon Keefe hasn't done that yet. And in the beginning, he was hitting the right buttons. The Devils were finding ways to win. They were finding ways to be competitive. Cody Glass was put in a situation where he can score. They're not translating to wins anymore, and you're still experimenting. You don't want to really be experimenting late in March in a playoff race without your number 1 center. There's really no fallback right now. There's no fallback like, oh, well, if it doesn't work, we have games in hand. We have points. We're sitting in a comfortable spot. We still have our top center in. No, that was taken away from you. You can't, I don't understand so much the experimentation that keeps happening in these games, even when they were winning. Now you're experimenting and you're losing games. I mean, they did get Andre Palat back tonight. Daniel Sprong came into the lineup again. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where this experimentation comes into play when, you know what, you were winning games. Like I said, you had a chance to win 4-5. Now you've lost 4-5. And they're experimenting, and they keep doing it. And I assume next game we'll have a completely different lineup for next game. So there's a lot on the table for Keefe to try and fix here. Second line center, what are you doing with the D pairings? Is Simone Nemec going to be in? Is he going to be out? And the forward group, not even going to try and guess on the combination for next game. It's just going to be different. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what the Devils need to change in the third period. What maybe you'd like to see more of. What combination, what line can be a little bit more effective in the third period. Let me know what you think below, and maybe you know what, throw that in there too. Let me know second line center. Who jumps off the page for you? Who fits that role? Let me know down below, and hopefully you guys subscribed, and I'll see you guys real soon.